In this video series, we're going to walk through a strategy that almost anyone could implement in order to achieve $1 million net worth in around 10 or 11 years. I previously walked through a little bit slower and lower funding level for this strategy, but this one we're funding a little bit more aggressively, and we'll also compare it to what you'd need to do in the markets and what kind of returns you'd need to have to achieve a similar net worth. Check out this video series in the video description. I'll have a playlist, or up here is a link to it. And then, so by year 21, age 43, we will be at a point where between the real estate cash flows and the insurance policy, we will have continuing to grow because the cap rate aligns with the value of the real estate. So you will raise rents as time goes on. So the thing that's increasing this cash flow over time is going to be the real estate growth. But this is just factoring in the real estate growth and that $145,000 a year from the insurance policy. And you will have $257,000 in cash flow from these properties. And most of that should be tax-free if you're using depreciation and a number of things. The insurance side is going to be tax-free. On the real estate side, by leveraging depreciation, you should be able to keep much of this tax-free, or at least minimal taxes. So, and then that just grows. So obviously your rental incomes will grow over time, and get to really kind of crazy numbers as you get into these older years. But this is considering for only building out a property portfolio of 8 properties with $396,000 being the most expensive property in this in terms of purchase price. And then between the principal pay down and all of these things, you end up cash flowing more over time as loans get paid off. So you'll see that when we get to this last property payoff, there's jumps. But every time there's a property paid off, and really it's in these last few years that you'll start to see. So in looking at this, it's 394, but then it starts jumping. So this is jumping 30,000 and jumping. These are bigger jumps because, well, these are larger properties that are getting paid off in that time period, and then by the time you hit, all your properties paid off, this levels out in your total cash flow to, be smaller amounts that it's increasing. But because of the appreciation of the properties and maintaining this sort of 7 cap rate consideration, I have another video that goes into another scenario that discusses some more of these things in depth, and I walk through deal check. You can check out my other video for more content there, and I'll probably do a follow-up video on this. Drop a comment if you want to see more in-depth property analysis videos. Make sure you watch the rest of the videos in this series, but if you really want to know the secret to success, you're going to have to watch through this whole video. But this strategy gives you the maximal amount of cash value, a maximum amount of net worth with the least amount of out-of-pocket costs, and it does not take that long to stop being out-of-pocket costs, and this just grows for you. Does it take more work than putting into an index fund? Yes. This strategy that I'm showing here takes knowing how to do some deal analysis, finding the right ground team and wherever you're buying these properties, your real estate agent, maybe your wholesalers who will bring you deals, then you have a contractor, a house inspector, a number of people who make up that team. Again, check out my video on the BRRRR strategy. I'll probably leave it in the video description. You need to have a good ground team to do this. But once you have the properties purchased, it should be minimal effort. And I always price in property management, capital expenditures, vacancy. These are all things that are considered into this number. When we talk about this number with cap rate is factoring in that. So your income is factoring in all of those considerations. They should be when you're doing your deal analysis right. So when somebody says, oh, what if you have this or that thing happen with a renter? Well, yes, things can happen. We account for it. A really bad eviction, we're not necessarily accounting for that, but this is why you do keep some cushion. I keep cushion on the side, large amounts of money inside of my policies. This I'm illustrating here using significant chunks of the cash value. But if you're doing this and you're not using as much, I have a lot of a cushion that I keep in my policies. So there are ways to protect yourself. If you made it this far, then you will know that you just need to throw all of your money into Shiba Inu and drop a dog emoji in the comments. I'm just kidding on buying Shiba Inu. You can do that if you want, and who knows whether it's going to go to the moon, but I am not recommending it. Do drop an emoji in the comments though, and I will respond with something special. Check out the video description or top comment for a link to the series playlist. You can also find our playlist with content to help you on your path to financial freedom. This November will be the 10-year anniversary of leaving the Army Infantry without a college degree and no real plans. I've learned a lot about how to earn, keep, grow, and protect more of my wealth. This channel is intended to share these lessons learned. And if you're interested in unconventional wealth growth strategies and how to multiply your income quickly, then hit that subscribe button to join me on this journey.